Hello, everyone. Welcome to twitch.tv/ The Onyx Path, where today we will be playing At the Gates. We will be running through the Encroaching Outland, the adventure that is included in the At the Gates Ashcan edition, which I will be linking momentarily in the chat. I'm not going to be running. I get to play. I get to be in the player's chair. Yay! So Corbin, since you're technically in charge of this show, by all means, the floor is yours, sir.
Hey, I am the awkward GM Corbin. I will be the story guide for this At the Gates special event, the Ashcan. Uh, you can get the At the Gates Ashcan just like me and play this exact same module or adventure if you go to Drive Through RPG. We'll put a link in the chat at some point, but I'm excited for everyone to hear. And if you haven't checked out the backer kit, feel free to do that. You can catch me at Awkward GM Corbin at YouTube, and I'm going to pass it over to my, well, it would be my left, but it's actually the right for you guys. But I'll pass it over to Chaz. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, so I am Chaz, he, him, a PhD candidate who studies video games and music and storytelling, because why would you study anything useful when you can study things that are fun? Um, are we introducing our characters as well now, or is that going to be like in
Oh
the...
yeah, go for it.
All right, so I will be playing Mirabelle Fleet, a rabbit person who, after reading her backstory, is essentially just my grandma. So you're going to see me play out my grandma in real time. And I think I'll pass it to Scott.
Hi, my name is Scott. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me at Simulacra TV over on Twitch and YouTube. Currently running my big ass Aeon game on the Onyx Path channel, which I hope you guys check that out. And I'm going to be playing Zephyr, who's a magic guy, or magic they. They do
Awesome.
magic stuff.
And we'll pass it over to Top on my right, but the chat's left, the viewers left, Jenna.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me. Happy to be here. I'm Jenna. I've been on the channel before. I ran Trinity Continuum Core, The Devil and Board Shorts, if you want to check it out. And I also do a lot of Storyteller's Vault for Mage. So if you ever want to check out those, that would be great. There's a few adventures and April Fool's Day books that I published. Right now, I'm going to be playing Sybil, and she is a warrior from the clan Icehorn, which is goat people. So they sound pretty cool. I'm excited.
And Travis, I believe people know you quite well, but introduce yourself just a little bit and your character.
Do they really? Do people know me? I don't know. My
At least
name
behind the
is
scene, at least behind the scenes, we all do.
my name is Travis. Like my pronouns are he and they. When I'm not running games or playing them, I am writing them. Today I am playing Elias Gromit, who exactly what I know about Elias is that he's a diviner. That's what I know. And he is traveling from the land of Ordania, I believe, is how it's pronounced, and looking for a cure to answers to a blight that is plaguing the area. I believe Elias is also he him, and that's me in a nutshell.
No, this is me in a nutshell. Help, I'm trapped in a nutshell. No, sorry. Oh, sorry.
You should
Really bad.
apologize. You should apologize.
It's a Mike Myers joke.
I know.
Which is
Sadly.
another reason why you should apologize.
So, in At the Gates, we are going to believe it's the Everland. I will say we're in the Ordonian, northwest part of Ordonia, called a small village called the Golden Bow. The blight has wiped out the crops in the area. It has left the Golden Bow farmlands, which should have been lush this time of year, a muddy green bruise. There is no untainted land within miles, and everyone in the village has spread out to forage for what they can for Green Grass Week, the Green Grass Week feast. As we'll jump in with everyone has essentially essentially knows each other. You're assigned, you're given off tasks from essentially the mayor of the town, and there's you guys are sort of the last bunch, and she hands you, she's got her like giant glasses that take up 90% of her face, and she's got her little like sort of like puppy dog ears coming out of her hair, and she's just like, oh, thank you so much for volunteering for this. I'm sorry that's the last job that we need done, but we need someone to go out and hunt for some deer. Uh, Granted, the woods aren't that great right now, but you seem like capable folks.
You wish us to hunt deer?
Yes, it's the main part of the feast that we just haven't. We need venison. It's just there's no one around who seems quite capable, and sadly, you you are the last people to in line.
I think Mirabelle's gonna just like slowly get closer and closer, like unconsciously just getting uncomfortably close, like hunt, hunt, hunt. We can do that.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah. We can hunt, right? We can hunt because I mean, if if no one else finds hunting, then it doesn't matter. But like if we have to hunt, then I don't mind. Hunt, yeah.
I mean, surely the tables must be filled, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, clearly you don't know who I am. My name is Zephyr, and I'm a magical prodigy. I have come to seek the mystery behind what is wrong with this land. I think my talents would be utterly wasted hunting deer.
Can you magic up some deer, Zephyr?
I mean, I could blast them with my esoteric forces if one hopped across my way, but we have bigger fish to fry here. And that is not an invitation to ask me to get fish.
How do you fry the fish if you don't have the fish to fry?
Excuse me, but Orville is clearly taking care of the fish. I just gave him that notice like just 5 seconds ago.
So we don't get the fish?
There are no fish. Deer.
Are they deer?
Yes, deer. They're deer.
Oh dear.
No.
We'll go get it. We're going to go get it.
Thank
Zephyr,
you, so
you can
much.
check the blight while we're outside. I'm sure there'll be something to see on the way. It's the
there
mayor.
better be. There
Yeah.
better be.
It's the mayor. We're gonna go. Like, we're good. Yeah.
We should be so lucky as to not encounter any blight while we are out on this hunt.
How are we going
Well-
to defeat it if we do not find it?
The deer?
The blight. Oh God.
Oh.
So are we hunting blight or fish?
Deer.
You fish for fish, you hunt for deer, you search for blight.
Now I get it.
So we will search for blight while we hunt for deer, but we are not fishing for fish.
No. And either way, we have to leave anyway to go do any of those things.
Thank you so much, Sybil. Here, just take it. Here, I'll give you the sheet. It has some areas circled for where you might be able to
Oh
find
no, we
some
don't need that. I can
Okay.
find the deer.
I'll put it in my pocket. And in case we do need to ask for directions, and won't hurt anything. We're ready to go.
Okay.
We need to make this festival like 100%, Everybody's been kind of miserable lately with the crops not growing, right? So
Exactly. And at this point, I will ask for who's going to be making the tracking check, and what skills would you wish to skill plus attribute would you like to use?
I feel like that should be me since the word hunter is on my sheet about 10 times.
Sounds about right.
So
and you insisted on no map too, so it's like
I feel like that's what she would do. It's like we
I
don't need
just
that.
no, I agree, but you got just
Okay,
roll it. Like, you
this is what I would
know?
like to do. First, I want to talk to one of my contacts, uh, uh, professional contacts, Neona Hunt, um, to get some like insider information of where like the good venison is. Like, where's the good deer?
Okay, so Neona Hunt is a informant. I'm always a little bit weird. I'm always weird about how to do the contact stuff because I always forget. Contact. Contacts. Anytime a character wishes to get information or assistance, they can turn to people. You have a bond rating equal to your dot rating with your contact, which
One.
you're one. Okay. Uh, it is a free enhancement to purchase favors such as tricks that cost one hit each. So you get a +1 enhancement for attempting to track this animal down. So I would assume that's like a survival check, or is there something else you'd like to use?
It looks like survival would be, but yeah, survival composure maybe, or
Uh, yeah, sure. I'll give you survival composure, and you get a
thank you.
+1 because of talking to Nina Hunt. And you
So
just
that would be 3 because I got a 10 plus the enhancement, correct?
yes, that would be a 3. So it's a pretty simple chatting with her. Specifically, she's been around the area and she says, "Oh, the the hunt's been very good up to the north, to the I think it was the northwest or the northeast. No, it was definitely the northwest. If you go past the Blight, you'll find yourself very close to sort of the border between our our territory and God, what the Caperanite Caperanite area.
Pay attention. Like, all right, thank you so much. When we get our venison, I'll bring you a hoof.
Caperan area, that's it.
Right.
Thank you so much. And as you guys start heading off to the northwest, your party travels northwest at dawn into the forest. By mid-morning, the trees turn from gray and dry, only fit for kindling anymore, to green, their canopies filled out, diffusing the sunlight into a dim green glow. Here, away from the blight, it would be a perfect day if not for an unseasonably cold wind from the north cutting through the pines. So as you guys get further, or all y'all get further into here, you begin to look around and you do find what appear to be deer tracks that are around the bend.
So, if possible, I would like to use divine insight. Now, does that require me to expend or roll anything, or is that just a trait that I activate?
And divine insight, I believe, is it's an art. So if I go to the art section here, arts and magic, I believe arts are you have to I think you so it says here soul is a measure of how connected a person is to Gaia and the magical force. Characters can spend energy in the following way. Spend 1 to immediately reset the cooldown of a spell. Spend 2 energy. Okay. So that's energy. Where's how to roll for an art? Uh here it is. When the momentum pool contains 0 dice, some arcs. So it's tied to the momentum pool.
Right, and it doesn't have a readiness or desperation condition. It's just it just. I mean, it does have a desperation condition, but it doesn't have a like a readiness requirement. So then I would assume then it just activates as long as there is some momentum in the pool, right?
Yeah. So it says here, whenever your character enters a new or unfamiliar location, you may ask your story guide up to 3 questions. So go right ahead.
What here is not as it seems.
At the moment, there isn't anything too crazy that um the wind from the north does feel a little bit ethereal, as if it's not natural.
Okay. And we came from which direction?
Southeast,
Okay.
because you went northwest.
What should I be worried about?
In this area, you've definitely seen what appear to be some type of like you're going through your divine insight and you're seeing what appear to be wolf droppings. You don't know how you know they're wolf droppings, but like this insight is just telling you that.
Sure, okay. I will warn the party. It seems like there are some wolves about. And what have I not noticed?
I think it's for the most part, you've noticed everything, as far as I can tell.
Sweet. Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. We got wolves around.
Okay, so there is the deer trail that you guys have found.
Yes, I would like to attempt to track the deer. Question. I have, due to my hunter profession, a tracker skill that adds +2 enhancement. So is that just a thing that is like whenever I track, I get the +2 enhancement
I would say so. You would get it for that.
for the roll? Okay.
I'm double checking everything and
Yeah.
I love this system so much. You don't know how happy I am to be running a fantasy game in Story Path Ultra. So you guys can follow the track using that your ability. I will say that there is a lot of thick underbrush, which is going to give you sort of a minor complication here. If you don't buy off the complication, the deer might be scared off.
Gotcha. Well, I want to check in with Sybil and Zephyr first, because I know Zephyr in particular was like, why are we out here when there's bigger fish to fry? So I don't want to go into my like tracking trance before like we're all.
Yeah, if we must get the deer, we must get the deer, and you're the best suited for it. I will be on the lookout for anything strange or unnatural, something that we can like maybe follow to get some more insight into the blight. Do what you do. I'll get it. I'll get the other stuff done.
And I'll pull out my mace and I'll just be like, and I'll take care of those wolves if they stop by.
Mm-hmm.
This is like Mirabelle's like best day ever. I don't even have to worry about like being attacked. I can just like track.
No, just you do you, we're just like, go for it.
All right. So then
Yeah, as he it goes off to track the deer, I'm going to be looking around trying to find signs of the blight or anything that I can pick up and gather as experimental data.
Okay.
I will point out the north wind seems to have at least a smell of magic on it.
Really? We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the tedium of this task being a little bit under your skin, Zephyr, but goodwill for the people and goodwill of the mayor will both serve us in our ultimate goal.
Of course, you're right, Elias, and you have such a good eye for these things.
It's the perk of being raised cultured, I suppose.
So for the rabbit folk, Mirabelle, could you please, I say rabbit folk, I didn't mean rabbit folk, but slip of the tongue. Can you roll for me the your tracking check here and make sure that you need to buy off a complication of 1 in order for the deer not to run away.
So that is a 3 because I have the 1 9, and then the 2 enhancement.
You find yourself following the tracks. Everyone seems to be following along without making too much of a ruckus. And you get to what appears to be a wide open glade with one deer, 12-point, gigantic, very meaty, waiting in the glade, sort of nibbling at some bushes nearby that seem to have some berries growing. Unaware.
I'm a hunted, which I assume is like a ranged combat.
Yeah.
Dexterity from a bow.
Yes. Do you have a bow? Yes, you do.
Yes.
Go for it.
Right.
It is brutal and it has the piercing quality.
You do both things really well, Maribel. Okay. Five successes.
5 successes, which means how do you want to do this?
I mean, if it is for food for the village, I want it to be clean, like as little pain as possible. Which I assume, I don't know how hunting works. Yeah, clean and little pain, or as little pain as you can do with killing the creature.
Straight through.
Yeah.
Your aim is true. The deer barely gives a whimper as it is taken down. It is here where there is a giant howl as you hear and 3 large figures begin moving towards the downed animal. You see a massive wolf, back arched and covered in bony spines, yellow eyes seeking out food. You can see under its matted fur the void indigo glow of magic. 2 more wolves catch your eye as you contemplate what to do next. And please roll for some initiative.
Glorious. And please, how does initiative work in Storypath Ultra, sir?
Well, as I am looking it up, to determine initiative, each player forms a dice pool of their character using the higher of either athletics plus cunning or empathy plus dexterity. And then you roll and compare hits, and whoever has the highest number goes first in the round, taking the spotlight. After a character has taken their action, that character chooses which character to go next, and they may choose anyone who has not yet acted that round, including a Storyguide character.
I would like to take note that this, I believe, is the first time I have ever played a player character in a Storypath game that has the same pool for initiative, regardless of what. Wow.
0 successes.
Somebody's ready. Yeah, that's it.
I got
Nice.
1.
2.
2.
Who got, anyone get higher than a 2? No?
I got a 6.
Oh, you got a 6?
Yeah.
I hate you. No, good. No,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good. What would you like to do, Elias?
I will say, Zephyr, see? Not a wasted trip at all. The blight comes right to us in the woods, and I would like to cast shield on Zephyr.
Go right ahead. I believe shield might actually just be it happens.
It just happens. It's got an elevated cooldown. Cast the spell on a target within short range. They gain 1 additional injury box that applies before the bruised injuries and stacks with any other armor they may be wearing. The injury box remains for the rest of the scene and can be healed as though it were normal health.
That's pretty cool. So are you passing initiative to me?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'll strike a pose, and like a little purple circle of energy appears around you, and then the music starts. It's up to you.
Yeah, we're all in lines. Yeah. So Zephyr will grab their arcane focus. A rush of wind comes around them, and they send a lightning bolt straight at the big wolf.
Okay.
I'm using my power bolt attack,
Okay.
which does cost a momentum.
It has a defense of 1, and I will add a complication of 2 onto this. It is a frightening presence indeed, and it could possibly stun you or so you can get the shot off, but it will cause you to be stunned for next turn.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's see if I can, manage to not have that happen with my 9 dice. Oh, baby. All right. So that is going to be, with the 1 enhancement that I get from Arcane Mastery, that is going to be a total of 4 successes.
Okay, so you can buy off the frighten complication, and you have 2 more which you can spend. If I look at the quick reference sheet on either doing damage or any one of the other tricks that are available for magic, such as collateral. For 2 hits, you can engulf the target, which creates a collateral effect in the immediate vicinity. Apply an area of effect with anyone within close range of the target: burning, darkness, extreme temperature, overgrowth, quaking, or sinking.
And are those other wolves within close range of the target?
One of them is.
One of them is. Yeah, I think I will. I mean, the attack itself had the electrified status on it, but I will also cause like the electricity, the lightning to crackle around the ground, and cause it to be sinking, so that the wolves sink into the ground.
Okay, awesome. So I will just make a note that that character is currently stunned, and both of them are sinking to the ground. Yeah. And
I
who
look
do you
awesome.
who do you want to pass it to?
I'll say, Mirabelle, mop these fools up.
Mirabel's having like a weird day. Everyone, like, this is like the best day ever, and so she's gonna turn to Sybil and just start kind of like mouse be like, oh my god, you get to fight, you're gonna, and just get like more and more riled up in order to cast a frenzy on Sybil. So I guess Sybil and anyone else in the short range, enter frenzy for the rest of the scene. While affected, frenzy targets gain 1+1 enhancement that stacks to all physical attacks. Any failed physical attacks generate 1 additional momentum, and then I can end it when I want. Cooldown is iconic.
Does that affect all of us then, since we're all within short range?
If we're all short range, yeah, all allies within short range of the target enter a frenzy.
I would assume we're pretty bunched up. Is that fair to say?
For the moment, it seems like it.
If one of these wolves has a grenade, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh yeah, totally thought of that.
So was there half the maximum or more momentum in the pool when I got that power bolt?
We begin with a full pool, correct?
Oh, okay. So that means that everyone also gets the inspired status effect.
Oh damn!
Because that was so cool.
I believe I could be talking out of my tailpipe about that. But
What does the inspire do again? Do we just get another enhancement on stuff, or we just have to mention how cool you are during our turn?
You should always do that, but
Inspired, you gain a +3 enhancement when taking an action that the inspiring character dictated.
cool.
So who is the inspiring character?
That would be me.
And you inspired us to fight it?
Yeah, I inspired you to
Okay.
fight those wolves.
Okay, I'm just writing stacks on stacks right here. I'm ready to go.
yeah, we start with a number of momentum in the pool equal to the number of players.
Yes. So you should be at 4.
Nice. So, do I get to go or is it the dog's turns? Okay. So in watching way too much anime the past couple weeks, like Sybil is just like totally like shonen up right now. Like she like has her mace and she's inspired. And I think for the magic users and everybody, like you see the like wind whip around her a little bit more. There's like an aura of like the frenzy aura is like red flames off her face. Somehow there's like a weird shadow on her face. You only see one eye. It glints. It is yellow. And she is just like, that's mine, dog. And the dog gets a challenged effect. And I'm purposely saying dog. She doesn't care. She's like trying to intimidate it. So I don't know what the challenged effect means.
If challenged has not been resolved when playing this task. Okay. 2.
It is from my battle master's prowess.
Challenged. The warrior challenges an enemy. They must respond to the provocation or suffer for their cowardice. Challenged character must prioritize attacking the warrior over other characters in the scene while the status effect persists. If they do not, they may not apply enhancements to their action against other targets. And you're targeting the one that has been attacked before, the one that is currently shrunk into the ground, or the one that is currently free and able to attack anyone at will.
The third choice, the most dangerous of all the choices. That would be her preference.
Okay.
And then do I just challenge them? Is that my turn or am I allowed to do something?
I'll
Otherwise, I'll just add some more flavor text and we can move on.
I'm seeing the status effect. What is it an art or a spell?
It is. Oh, great question. I am going to look. It's an art.
It's an art, so then yeah, I would say it costs. So we will go to the wolves' turn. They are going to. They don't have a lot going on for them right now. Several of them are, or 2 of them are currently stuck in the ground. However, one of them is going. The 2 that are currently stuck in the ground are going to try and leap out of it as if using their massive muscles, they try and pull themselves out of the ground. And they need to buy off the complication. One of them is just stuck in the ground, and the other one that is stunned has a moderate complication, so that they can only take a reflexive action this turn. And they don't buy that off, so they can only do a reflexive action, which means they are just going to stare and growl and do nothing. The one that has not that is not stuck in the muck is going to be attacking the one who challenged him, which is
Sybil.
what?
I did
Sybil.
it. Yeah, it
Sybil.
just for a little flavor text when he starts to run over, like I'm wearing like metal armor and I like beat my chest twice and do that like come here like stance like Kill Bill kung fu like kind of thing like and laugh maniacally. So like I'm ready for it.
You're
What's gonna
ready for it.
happen? I'm gonna take like 10 wounds. This is what's gonna happen. But
Okay. My luck with the dice is not on my side. What is your defense?
where would I look for that?
Oh, so your defense is 1, and then you can roll your defense action to which is one of your resistance dice pools. So it could be your stamina, resolve, composure.
Stamina. I'm just gonna like
Tank it.
just tank it. Yeah.
Okay, so please roll your stamina dice pool, and any extra successes you get applied to your defense.
For those looking at this visually, I am leaning very close to the camera and squinting, trying to make this text bigger. So hold on. Stamina plus what else, or just stamina?
Just stamina.
Okay, perfect. That's still 5. Yes. 3 successes.
Okay, you can actually even spend your extra successes to either like use dive for cover, move away, or roll away. So rolling away would get you able to move away from the attacker after the action is completed. Dive for cover would be for a range attack, which you can't do. And move away increases the difficulty for the opponent to use the rush movement action against you. But that's, I think,
Okay,
for the
since
you're not getting hit because he only rolled 2. And your defense is 3 now, you said?
Okay. Yeah, since there's no like shoulder check them in the teeth or something like that, I think I'm gonna do the classic just move 1 step to the side
Yeah, and
kind
it
of
just
thing
goes,
from those options.
and it goes rushing past you. And as you look, you can tell this is no ordinary wolf. It is about twice the size of a normal wolf, and has elongated eye teeth, so the canines, and there are definitely the bone spurs coming out of the back that are telling you this is no ordinary wolf.
Yeah, it's not the classic, but she'll still say like she'll step to the side and look down, and like with her weapon she'll be like pathetic. I said pathetic. Sorry, I didn't know if my microphone picked it up, but yeah, she's like totally like in a frenzy mode. Might not be great, but we'll go with it.
And I will pass it to Sybil, actually, since the wolf that just rushed past you is like right within arm's reach.
Great. I'm still frenzied and I'm still inspired, correct? Or is that like the whole time or just that one round?
Still frenzy for sure.
Okay.
Inspired until you do the action to attack them.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I haven't attacked them yet. So like, yeah, I'm totally going to just like full on bash this wolf. No fear.
You will have a you know what? You're frenzied. You have no fear. I'm not going to give you the complication for the fearful presence that they have, but I will say at a minor complication, however, which is just 1, you will take some damage from the bone spur if you don't buy it off.
Okay. Okay. And I'm rolling close combat and might.
Yep.
Okay.
You are correct.
So that's 8 dice. And then if I succeed, I have 4 enhancements.
That sounds about right.
1, 2, it's 8 and above, correct? And one of them is a 10. Do I get to re-roll that in
You
story?
get in Story Path Ultra, you get 2 successes. It does not give you an extra roll.
Okay, so I have a total of 7 successes, and I will use 1 to buy it off because I'm not embarrassing myself in front of these dogs. So
okay, you can buy off 1 for so you can buy off 1, so that brings it down to 3, and that, or is it when you said how much?
I had 7 successes with
7
my
successes.
enhanced,
Okay,
yeah.
so you have 6 left. You can buy 1 for doing the damage to it, and then you can actually buy 4, I think, to do a critical hit.
Yes.
So you're gonna do two damage to it as you just like knock into its teeth, and you hear a big squeal. You do have 4 hits left. You can purchase stuff like throw person, shove to push them away, seize to take an object. They don't have an object. You can knock them down or establish.
Brutal bash. Whenever you purchase any trick involving force movement, such as shove or throw person, you may move the target in an additional range band. If this would force the target into a hazard, area effect, or other environmental danger, increase the difficulty of resisting it by 1. I just want to I hit it in the teeth and then I just shoulder check it into what she hopes is oblivion. So that's what I would like to do, please.
Yeah, you just throw this creature into a tree and you hear its just back break as the bark of the tree is also breaking itself and it falls limp to the ground.
And I kind of
So-
like end in I kind of end in a kind of over 9,000 just stance, just screaming. So just up the level of intensity a little bit more.
Nice. Who would you like to pass initiative to?
I would pass initiative to Elias because he was doing protective spells and such.
Yeah, so I was. You managed to get through that without being wounded, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hmm. Can I hold and pass it along?
Yeah, you could pass it along. Who would you like to pass it to?
I'm gonna pass it to Zephyr, and yeah, and just not. I'm gonna hold my action. Basically, I'm readying a heal, and then passing it to Zephyr.
Cool. Are those 2 wolves still down in that pit, or do they get out?
Yeah, they're still in the pit for the
Alrighty.
moment. It's causing a complication. There isn't the complication for it in the book, but I'm using the overgrowth minor complication, which technically everyone should be affected by, but I was giving even stronger complications. But basically, they're having trouble moving.
Gotcha. Okay, so I will raise my magical focus up, gather up a bolt of lightning from the sky, and slam it down into that pit. Doing another magical attack on them. This one does not cost momentum.
Okay, I will also still be giving you that 2 complication for their frightening presence.
Gotcha. Okay. So this attack does have 9 again, double 9. So I rolled 2 10s and a 9. So 6 successes plus my 1 enhancement is going to be a total of 7 hits. So I think I will, I'll do their I'll definitely be blasting one of them. And I'll throw down another area of effect with collateral. This time it'll be burning.
Okay, there is definitely a charred up guy guy in the bottom of that pit, and it is now burning fire as the overgrowth that was surrounding them is now set ablaze.
Everything within close range of the target. So
Did that take out the wolves in the pit?
One of them is they're very much like trying to move, but it seems like the fire won't take them out. One last hit, and then the fire will probably take them out.
Is the fire causing a forest fire though?
No, it's contained. It's in a pit.
It's in a pit. We'll say it's contained.
Okay, because it's go get some venison. First part of the forest that looks okay, that's unblighted.
Because what I see, what I'm seeing Elias doing at this point is in one hand I have my wand and it's kind of pointed, in Sybil's general direction, right? With a heal spell kind of ready to go, but my other hand, I'm sort of making gestures and ready to drop purify if I have to get rid of that of the burning area.
Welcome to California.
Right. So I'm healer ready, but I'm also ready to be Smokey the Bear. It just kind of depends on which happens first, I guess.
Okay. So who's going next?
I think Mirabelle is the last one to go.
Oh, that spiky wolf is like. Can I still see the spiky wolf?
Yeah, there are three of them.
Is there one that's like bigger than the rest, or are they all the same?
They're all the same.
Okay, I wanna
the
shoot the
one
one
rushed out at us though, right? So the one's like up, basically where we're at, right?
Yeah, it got pushed and thrown into a tree. It is still like limping, but it is very worse for wear.
I want to pin that one to the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, combo attack. Combo
Yeah.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Little do they know that At the Gates has combo attacks built into the bond mechanic so that when two
Nice.
players share a close bond, it creates a combo attack. Anyway,
Yes.
go for it. It is a going to have a complication of 2 for its fearsome aura,
Mhm.
and but its defense is 1, so you just need to beat a 3.
Rolled a 6.
Roll the 6, so you beat the 3. And how you want to do this?
I mean, I want to like, as it like slams into the tree, I just want the arrow like right behind it, like just pin it right to the tree.
Okay.
Because
It
it came
is-
after our venison, and that's not okay.
You hit it right in the neck, and it goes thunk, and sinks right into the tree. It is now the wolves' turn. There are still 2 of them in the pit who are currently on fire. They all take the 1 point of fire damage as they're howling and just trying to escape at this point. And okay, one of them is going to just start bum rushing out of the pit and try to get whoever's closest. I am going to roll randomly to see who it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is going to be Mirabelle.
That makes sense.
And it's seen its friends just been taken down, and it is going to try and bite you in the neck. Would you like to roll your defense?
Yes. And for Mirabelle, I think that's going to be composure. She's hunted before. This is nothing new. What is your composure, Mirabelle? 4. That's a 1.
That's a 1.
Yeah.
Okay. It is going to first off, it is going to buy off the 2 defense that you have. So it is going to do 1 point of damage to you. So you're going to take an injury.
Hmm.
At the gates, when you take injuries, it actually adds extra dice to your roll, just as an FYI. And then what can it do with that last bit of melee attack damage to you? You know what? It's just gonna knock you down and stand over you as it is on fire with piercing eyes directly into your face as flames are falling off of its mouth like drooling plumes of lava.
I did pin his friend to a tree. This is fair.
And the other one that is stuck in the overgrowth is just going to sort of like try and fight itself, is likely going to die in the flames next turn. And I will pass it over to let's say
So just for clarification,
Elias.
did you take a injury or a status?
I did take an injury.
All right, I'll heal.
Okay.
Okay.
You didn't take any status effects though, right?
No, I mean I'm like on the ground, but yeah, no stats effect, just the injury from being bit or.
Yep.
Like Mirabelle's not on fire too, or anything like that, are they?
I mean, when the creature dies, it's probably there's going to be we need to get Mirabelle out of the fire.
I'm assuming we have no evidence or reason to believe these wolves are undead, correct?
It does not appear so.
All right, then yeah, I'll just heal.
Okay.
I wave my wand and some green energy shoots up out of you and there's a little bring sound.
Don't use the Phoenix down. He's on fire. She's on fire. Uh, who would you like to pass the turn to?
I'll hand it over to Sybil this time.
Okay, so I kept thinking of the clue line with the wolf, like flames on the side of my face, like heaving breaths. And so and I'm just gonna like take my mace and just baseball bat this wolf in the face and try to, in theory, this might be too many things, but this is her vision, is to like baseball bat this wolf back into the fire pit.
Okay. It is the defensive one and the fearsome presence of 2.
Okay.
So you just need to beat a 3.
Okay. And then is this it's might and close combat again, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. 1, 2, 3 plus my 1 enhancement from frenzying, so I'm at 4.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Okay, what was there like? What if I don't do anything? What if I just like go for it? Like what would happen to me?
What do you mean? I don't
Like
know
if I
what
don't buy off any complications, like are they too scary? Would I not do it with the fearsome presence? Is that
Oh,
that
you would
would
just you'd be like stunned next turn.
but so I would have like it would like uber hurt it if I don't take any complications off, right?
You want to do an overkill?
Yeah. Yeah,
Go for it if you want.
I would like to. I just,
What does this
warrior
overkill
instincts.
look like?
I think it looks like what I did. Like I wanted to I hit it and I hit it so hard that it flung back and landed in the fire pit on top of its friend.
And it just sort of like cracked
And like the
open down the
flames,
middle.
yeah, like the flames shot a little higher when there was some stuff added to it. So
You turn around, the flaming pillar behind you as you take to the knee stunned, but there's a badass pillar of fire behind you as you
yeah,
catch your breath.
yeah.
And that's the end of combat.
As it's clear that all of the wolves are gone, I will conjure up some magical water and pour it over the fire to make sure that it doesn't get out of control with my water attack.
You managed to clear it up quite well. It's all starting to smolder and die down.
And now I'm taking samples.
Yeah.
Take a little magical knife and start like sawing away at some of those bones. Like anything else that looks weird.
Yeah, I will say, don't suppose anyone else has a spare blade I'd like to get these wolf skins. They could be useful in determining the cause of the blight.
You guys, as you are relaxing from the fight, you hear a whistle as a very tall woman in Caperon clothes begins like running towards you. But then she says, "I thought you'd need help, but it seems you're fine." And she collapses in front of you.
Yeah, we're awesome.
Not that awesome though, and I'll heal her.
She appears to have she tries to wave you away, but as you begin to, she's like, I'm fine, but you heal before she says anything, I'm assuming.
I mean, yeah, as soon as I can, just boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna still be on the ground, catching her breath. She seems to be afflicted by something other than the.
Does she have the agony or exhausted status effect? Because those get taken away when she gets healed too.
Uh, it seems to be something else as well.
Is it hunger? Because like I could like whip up a quick something or the other. Some
She
berries
does.
and
She gets to her knees though, and she says thank you for the healing, and she says I need to catch my breath. I'm so sorry. I was those those wolves were insane. Here, let me give you some items in payment, and she pulls out a uh, a small flask of what appears to be like a sort of lime green liquid.
Oh, what's this?
Um, oh, it's an antidote for toxins. It could help. It's all I have. I wish I could give you more.
Not particularly necessary. I
Oh,
hand it
But
back.
every little bit helps.
I hand it over to her.
she says, my name is Luvia. I'm researching the blight.
You seem to have worked up quite a sweat for some research. Is something chasing you? Or should we be alarmed?
Oh, I the wolves attacked me, and I thought they would hurt someone else, but seems like you're all fine, which is amazing.
Yes, the key to that is to travel with companions who are very skilled in the martial arts. Um, I'm gonna start looking around. Is there something here like? Because now we not only do we have to get a deer back to town, but we have to get 3 wolf bodies back to town. Because we don't have anything to like skin them here in the field, I assume. So is there? Would it be possible for me to like construct like basically like a real basic like pole sled with bits of wood laying around the forest?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty simple to do that, though. I did someone say they wanted to check out the wolves before?
Yeah, I wanted to check out the wolves and get some
Okay.
samples.
What's skill would you like to use to roll that?
Um, can I go with esoterica as I like trying to identify the things that seem the most wrong with it and like unnatural about it?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure. Pair that with intellect.
Let's see. Investigations.
All right. Oh boy. I have got a total 7 hits.
7 hits. Okay, so you can do any number of things with that. You can grab some extra evidence. You could also use momentum to purchase some evidence if you wished. But if you want to use just the hits, you can get an extra piece of evidence for 1 hit. A question answer. You can spend hits 1 for 1 to ask the story guide a question about the lead you're researching. I can suggest some questions you might want to ask.
Sure. I mean, I think the
and you
first one is how did these wolves get blighted?
So it seems the the wolves might have been affected by something involving an outland. You know that outlands are essentially sort of the border between the void,
Mm,
which is a dimension of demons and crazy magics not of this world, and the normal world. So they are. It is likely that there is some sort of gate nearby that caused an outland to form.
Are you sharing that insight with the rest of us?
No, yeah, I'll be talking out loud and
I'll turn to our newfound companion here and say, "Did you see where these wolves emerged from?"
Yeah, they were coming from the north, near my home. They I was researching a way to stop the blight from spreading north, and I found an outland near my home, and I think that's where they came from. I think the gate there is unstable, which is causing the blight to grow at an abnormal rate.
Where's your home?
Uh, she says that she'll give you the directions to it.
Is
She
it
just
is it far?
she she's it's not too far. It's not too far. It is about a few hours of travel, several hours of travel. We need you should hurry though. The outland itself, I think the I think the gate is unstable, which is causing the outland area to expand and grow.
Well, that certainly
think-
sounds. I think that takes precedent over venison, don't you?
I agree. And I'd also like to spend 3 of my hits for an unexpected lead.
I'm worried that there might have been a demon that came through the gate, and you know demons as to be these unworldly creatures that can come in many shapes and forms.
Don't suppose
So
you
with-
got a description on
Oh.
that, Damon? Do you?
I didn't. It just makes sense that if the gate is still active, Damon is probably nearby. If it's returned to the void, I think the outland will eventually shrink and close itself.
I'll spend another hit for another question. Is there anything that we might tell about this sort of from secondary evidence? Any kind of like weaknesses or things that might help us fight this demon?
Specifically to the wolves, fire was their one weakness.
Mm.
Which was pretty good on your part. Double
right.
checking the other creature. I'm not sure if you'd be able to get that much evidence from it, but
Okay.
it is quite possible that demon fire is also an equivalent weakness to it. But
Well, I'll
that's-
certainly try burning it first.
yes.
Are you strong enough to move?
I think so.
Are you strong
I'm
enough
not-
to drag a deer?
I mean, if sure, but why do you need me to drag a deer?
Because that deer over there needs to go to the village up that road, and we need to go and close this gate and chase off this demon and figure out what's causing this outland and fix your problem. So, I think it would be a fair compensation for services rendered if you would take the deer back to town for us, let the mayor know that you are delivering it on our behalf, and then we will meet you in town with good tidings and news about how we have cleaned up your home.
Sure, that shall we shake on it? And she'll stretch her hand.
I shake hands with her.
Good. Please lock the door when you leave. I don't want anyone getting into it, though if a demon is in there, I doubt there's much left.
Is the outland in your house?
No, but it's near.
Don't expect to go inside unless, of course, we are chasing a demon, in which case we cannot be held responsible for any injury that should befall your Homer possessions.
Ah, the Ghostbusters contract. You shake hands. She gives you the directions. I will just do a correction because it was a minor one. You said Outland. The Outland does encompass her house, but the gate isn't at her house.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay.
As far as what she was trying to get across.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So I'll say as she leaves, as like I feel like maybe Mirabel and Sybil were making that like
Yep.
makeshift sled. I'll hand like the reins over to her and I'll tap her on the shoulder and I'll be like, don't worry, I can't hit a gate, but I can hit a demon. And I just take like a big old chunk of dandelion like flowers and I like eat them. I'm a part goat person and I'm just gonna play that up a little bit. And I'll just be like, put my weapon away on my back and just be like ready to go. Probably covered a little bit in blighted wolf blood, to add to the sentiment that I'm giving right now. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
When she gets on her way, I'll come over to Elias and like I'll clap him on the shoulder and say, "You handled that so well. You are as cunning as you are beautiful."
Oh, thank you. That's very, very kind. I figured that we all had needs we could help one another address, and in that spirit of cooperation, I think is our best bet against fighting off these terrible incursions.
Absolutely. Let's go fuck up this demon.
I am for it.
Before you leave, Luvia gives you a warning. Don't stay too long in the Outland, and remember the wolves, as she waves you off and heads towards the village with the deer. The border between Capernite and Ordonia is stark. The way becomes steep, and suddenly the trees thin, and you are in a vast field of pale grass, purple flowers, and sharp rocks peeking up between them. In the far distance is a pair of sharp mountains. Not far from the edge of the woods is a two-story log cabin with smoke curling out of the chimney. Over it, a disturbance in the air shaped like an immense overturned glass bowl. A dome made of faintly iridescent threads. Soon you're close enough to touch the shimmering skin that divides the normal world and this outland.
Well,
If anyone wants to investigate the Outland first, feel free to do so. I give it a difficulty of 2.
couple things.
Yep.
One, I have a short-term aspiration to get close to an outland. What does that entail in this? Does that grant us extra momentum, or is that just for XP later?
That's for XP later, I
Okay.
believe. I'll give you momentum though for it since this is just a one shot.
Sure, and thank you. And then also, am I able to use my divine insight again?
I am trying to figure out how arts work because it says here, it mentions you cannot spend the cost of an art specifically to declare the.
That's what it's talking about, spending momentum, because if you have a desperation condition, desperation is when you hit 0 momentum, and then that adds different effects to your arts. My reading based on what's in the Ashcan, and this could be entirely wrong. Full disclosure for those of you watching, I did not work on At the Gates. I have no idea how the system works. I mean, I know how Storyguide Ultra works, but I don't know how At the Gates specific systems work. I couldn't find anything in the Ashcan that indicated that you roll for magic unless the spell indicates that you roll, right? If you're making an attack, if you're doing something else, yada yada yada. That doesn't mean that that's accurate, but that just, as I was glancing through it, I didn't find anything. I think that the ones that don't have a roll listed just activate.
Okay, sounds
I believe.
good.
I could be wrong. You never know.
Something that I didn't mention before that I should have mentioned prior. There are 3 types of spell cooldowns. Dynamic, elevated, and iconic. Dynamic is once per round, elevated is once per scene, and iconic is once per game session.
Right. And you can spend your personal power to refresh a cooldown on a 1-for-1 basis. And you get 4 power, right? Is power the right name? Is that...
Energy, I think.
Energy. Thank you.
And I just wanted to ask if anyone used any spells that were higher than dynamic.
Nope.
I thought, Chaz fired off a iconic.
Frenzy's
okay.
iconic, yeah.
Oh, Frenzy's iconic? Okay, so you won't be able to use that unless you spend energy to use that again unless you spend energy. Just
I
as
have
FYI.
plans for my energy.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So you guys are at the Outland, and what would you like to do?
I wanted a divine insight as soon as we got there. But if you had something you wanted to do first,
And
Scott.
I'll start investigating as well, just mundanely with my esoterica.
Okay, let's do the. Yes, Jenna.
Oh, I wanted to go and like look around, but I kind of wanted to like whistle for the demons or the wolves. Like, hey, where are you? Like, I can't whistle very well. And then like, like how you whistle for a dog. That's
like the 2 fingers in the mouth.
yeah,
whistle?
like, like where are you? And like we're right here. So I'm like just ready for battle.
Are you doing that while Zephyr and I are still looking around at the place?
Yeah, you
Because
take
if
one
you
and
are,
I'll take the other.
I will very slowly turn to look at you.
I went one way, I went the other way, and I was like, "Oh, you doing something?" I just thought like if the demon was here, like we didn't have to like, okay, yeah, you're magicking, it's fine. She'll like stop and she'll like sharpen the spikes on her mace while she's waiting for everyone.
From a strategic perspective, is it okay if we have Zephyr make their investigation roll first, and then I will use the divine insight afterward to sort of pick up?
Yeah.
Stuff. Okay.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I only got 3 hits on that one. So yeah. So what's
So- So would you like to? So 3 hits. You beat the complication. Do you want to ask an extra question? You can ask an extra question after I give you the details of this. It seems like the boundaries of the Outland are growing, but they're not as fast as Luvia indicated. The air feels cold, and the thin webbing snaps as you pass through the strands into the Outland. The Outland and overgrowth area effects apply here, so I'll put those. I'll keep track of those, but you don't have to worry too much about it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'll ask a question. Hmm. Is like, do I get any sense that the demon might be lying in wait to ambush us?
Actually, I apologize. There is actually a call out here for
okay.
doing this exact thing.
Nice.
You will know that the creature that created this webbing is called a Kesharka.
Mm-hmm.
Kashaks. Let's say Kashaks.
All right.
It's a spider-like demon, but it is often not violent. They are not often violent or powerful. They tend to create webs and stay there for a long time period.
That's strange. These demons aren't normally violent, but
And I will just put a trigger warning out there for spiders if anyone is
Gotcha.
spider phobic.
I'll say, well, I mean, it needn't necessarily be violent to scare what was clearly a country bumpkin with little experience in such matters.
And our earlier evidence did indicate that it was causing the gate and the outland to be here, right? Or that getting rid of it would cause the outland to go away eventually.
Yes.
All right. Regardless, it's causing great harm on the land, and no doubt is, if not the cause of the blight, is contributing to it.
Wonderful. I'm going
You know.
to,
If they come here, they get what they get, you know?
for sure. I wonder if it would be safe, advisable, or even possible to capture this thing rather than kill it.
I don't know. I mean, wherever we took it, if it's alive, it would be doing what it's doing here.
Perhaps. I will. With that, I'll divine insight.
Okay. Go for it.
What here is not as it seems.
To reiterate something I had said prior, it seems like Luvia was lying to you, at least about the outland being possibly getting close to the town you guys are in. It would probably take weeks, if not months, for it to get even that dangerous.
Has a daemon been summoned here recently? And by that question, I assume that means I would be able to tell if it came here of its own volition or if somebody called it.
Did you looking up the stuff? Did you?
Did we just send a traitor into town with a meal? I was like really trying
traitor-
not to like mention Baldur's Gate, Dark Earth, and like
Traitor or
villains.
I mean, let's not underestimate the potential incompetence of an NP of an SGC that we've come across.
It is quite possible that Luvia was trying to.
Let's say she summoned it and walk into the outland.
It was possible that she was trying to do something. It seems like especially that the daemon has probably been here for a longer period of time than what Luvia said.
Oh, okay.
She's basically, it seems like it's already been here probably for about a day or two, and not just like instantly.
But can I tell if it was summoned or if it came here of its own power?
It was definitely summoned.
And then I guess my last question then would be, what have I not noticed?
Going through there.
And I'm, of course, sharing all this insight as I come to it.
There is a burn pit near the side of the house with what appear to be some burned animal skeletons. If someone would do a survival intellect check, it might be able to reveal more.
Yeah, I'll actually say, Mirabelle, would you mind checking out that burn pit?
Mirabelle might not be super smart. Let me check a thing right quick. A lot of things she does well.
I'm assuming if you know hunting, you know skeletons. That's all.
I assume so too. But if there's anyone who feels more confident in their intelligence than Mirabelle, that might be the way to go.
Is there like a bonus for experience on this like resume? You know,
could I add the enhancement for that? Because if not,
I thought you said you had a guild enhancement of like a +2 or something
for tracking. Yeah, so if I could do that.
Yeah, let's use that, because Harriers are actually more like rogues, but from what the description is for Mirabelle, it does seem like she is more of a hunter.
Yeah, she's more of a hunter, but like a lot of her stuff is like social manipulation. By the way, I have 0 successes. So Mirabelle is just like, I knew she should have taken my venison. I knew I should not have let her take him a dare. Who knows what she's doing with that dare? Like it could be anywhere now. Mirabelle is very.
Would you like to take a botch?
You know what? Sure, that sounds fun.
I mean, you'll get 2 momentum out of it.
I mean, I would have taken the bot for the momentum, honestly.
So
Okay,
that brings us
clearly,
up to 7 momentum in the pool.
yeah, 7 momentum. Clearly, the animals were ritualistically sacrificed to summon this daemon here through a
Yep.
gateway.
Maribel tried to Alluvial tried to summon a demon. It wasn't the demon she wanted, and then she just left. That's what happened. We got to go get her now.
Well, first we got to take care of the demon, and then we got to go get her. Unless you want to split up. I trust your ability to track her.
Decisions.
So I guess we'll need to make quick work of this spider beast then, shall we?
I will point out that based on the roles you had prior, the Sharak is not often violent or powerful.
Yeah, we
And-
noted that.
And also, should I, as a story guide, should I want to say that Sybil was whistling out,
Yeah.
"Here,
Yeah.
demon, demon."
That's valid.
It's not a non-accurate impression of what I was doing either. So
What would you like to use to try and get the attention of the demon? Skill plus attribute.
okay. I think she thinks it's cunning. Um, and I think she's gonna say that this is like kind of like a leadership kind of thing. She's just like taking charge. We need to get back soon. We don't have time to clean up everybody's messes. So I would say cunning plus leadership. I mean, it's still 5 dice. It's not my best roll, but it's also
Where's your leadership coming from?
it's a skill.
I'm seeing larceny and persuasion. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
looking at
not
the wrong
me.
I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for leadership.
And I got 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. It is quite easy. Like, how close to the house are you, would you say?
I'm probably pretty close because I like Maribel and I are kind of besties, so like I
Yeah.
probably like followed them over and was listening to this demon conspiracy theory and then just like nodding and being like, yeah, sure, sounds right. You know, F it, she has her venison now. Like today's just a day. So
Yeah, you'll hear a little like high-pitched voice from inside the house that says, or the cabin. The door's unlocked.
what did it say?
The
So-
door's unlocked. The door's unlocked.
The doors. Oh, she locked it inside the house.
Alternatives effort. Can
No,
they
it's
talk?
Unlocked.
Oh, it's unlocked. Oh, the door's unlocked. I'm so sorry. I just like every time you said it, it like cut out at a certain point. on my
Oh,
phone.
sorry. That might be my filter. I'll change the voice a
No,
little
no,
bit
no.
to be
It's
better.
fine. Technology happens. Yeah.
Oh,
I just like
she speaks in a raspy, intelligent voice. So the door's unlocked.
okay. So like, I just be like, "Hey guys, the door's unlocked. I'm just gonna go see who's talking here.
No,
I'm just gonna
One second.
what?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah,
I'm
where's
gonna run up so that we're in short range and then cast shield on her.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's helpful.
As you push open the door, Inside the cabin, it is dim, lit by candles and a cozy fire in the fireplace.
Just
A
fine.
woman with a marble smooth face, cobalt blue hair, and a matching dress stands inside. At first, you mistake the roundness in the back for a bustle, but too many hairy spider-like feet peek out from under the hem. That's a thorax. At the far end of the house, in the kitchen, a pitch black hole in the floor radiates ominous darkness.
Oh, my grandmother,
So
what strange, hairy legs you have.
Thank you.
So when we were, I have something called Team Tactics under Defender, which is once a session when coordinating combat actions with others, you grant a +1 advantage on your team's next action. So I feel like me being like, hey, let's like go inside, and everybody's like, yeah, let's shield up, like this is great. So I feel like what an advantage, +1 advantage. What does that do for us? Is that like just initiative or
It's scale. Oh no, it's not
okay?
scale.
It's not scale.
Advantage.
Don't
Yeah,
bite your
go
tongue.
for it, Travis. Go for it, Travis. Tell me. I'm
advantage
sorry.
is a comparative metric that basically amounts to you being an order of magnitude above something if you have advantage over it, right?
Okay.
So if you're exponentially stronger than something, for example, would be an advantage of 1, 2, or 3. Mechanically, each level of advantage you have, I do believe, gives you 2 enhancement.
Yep,
Okay.
that one I remember.
So no, you were fine. I just didn't want you to use the S word.
I know.
I'm going to develop a
very
facial
bad at it.
tick.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Uh,
Danielle will kill me with mind bullets from afar.
Yeah.
She just shows up on the
Yes.
screen.
So
It just pops up behind him.
yeah. So we're talking, and
Oh god. No,
I like I said before, like I feel like I have some blood spatter. I feel like I took some of those like spikes from the wolves and like put them like on my backpack. So I like this kind of spike essence now in my back. And I feel like we're having like an intimidation off, if that's okay. Like I just be like, you need to go back home. Like, and I point to the pit. You're causing too much trouble. Uh,
so
It's also a short-term aspiration of mine to intimidate someone instead of fighting them. So I thought I'd try it out. Might not work, but
so you're trying to intimidate?
yep, just jump back into the portal gate you came from. That's
Roll try and roll that intimidation then and use whatever ability you have.
okay.
Any extra stuff you get.
So we have the advantage. I'm gonna like look like really I'm gonna like puff myself up. Like I said, I had like all those spikes. I just was sharpening things. So like oh no, I'm not good at presents. Uh and let me try to figure this out. There's so many decisions. I'm just gonna like stand firm. Like I'm like stamina. Like I'm just gonna like stomp my foot and just, show her my battle stance that I mean this, and I'll do leadership as well.
Okay. Go for it.
And can I use some momentum to re-roll dice? Does that happen in this game? Like no?
I am double checking what momentum is used for. I love
Okay.
how the PDF is set up this way. You can spend 2 momentum points to change a failure into a success or a success with consequences if a complication is present. You can spend 1 point of momentum to gain some evidence, and you can add it as an enhancement to a die roll at a 1-for-1 basis.
So is it cool with everyone if I use some momentum from that ginormous pool that we have?
Do
Okay,
it.
because so far I rolled one success and I have the +2 enhancement from my advantage. And then so I'm gonna use uh a 1 momentum to get up to 4 successes.
So 4 successes. She is going to start blinking at you, and like she's a little bit surprised, and she says, "Well, I really just love being here in your world. It's just so elegant and so lovely. Thank you so much for wanting to come here and visit, but I really would like it if you'd leave, though if you must insist, you do intrigue me so. Uh, let's if you'd like, we might be able to spar
If you like
as
it
she
here so much. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, as she like she just motions in a like pointing to a chair to sit down if you wish to spar.
And I'll say, if you find this place a bit too much to your liking to leave, perhaps I should make it a little less hospitable. I'm going to purify the area.
Oh God. Let's look at Purify. I am not familiar with this.
You said there's an Outland status effect here, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to shut that off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
I do
looking up
believe
the Outland rules.
I do believe I do have to roll for this one, but it's at difficulty 0, and then it has a complication according to the degree of the Outland.
Okay. Come through seemingly. They come through some believe they are totally.
I feel like in character, since she just like said the same thing back to me, like Sybil's just kind of looking at everybody, right, before Lysa said, she's like, I was like, didn't I ask her to do that? Yeah, am I not the one asking her to do that?
If you're within the vicinity of a gate, this is a major complication. So you have a complication of 3. This complication applies to magical attacks, spell actions. If a spell is not a magical action, you must roll against a difficulty of 0 and apply this complication. So the magic of Gaia interacts with the void in an unpredictable way. Your spell might affect another target, or create an appropriate area of effect, or create another unrelated effect at Storyguide's discretion. So you have a complication of 3 on this.
And so, what would be the pool for this then? Would that be like I don't know, intellect esoterica?
Yeah, I would say so. I remember looking up the attacking action for magic. Esoterica and dexterity was what they suggested for combat, magic combat.
Right. Does this count as a combat action, or is this intellect, or is this a social action?
Do. You must roll against it. Okay, you know what? We'll use intellect. I'll allow intellect. Do you wish to spend momentum?
Yeah. What are my options? Pre-roll spending? Can I spend for extra dice?
I don't think you can. I think it's
It's an enhancement.
yeah, you get enhancement on
Oh.
it, but
Sweet. Do you all mind if I drop 2 of them? So that'll bring us down to a momentum of 4, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah,
Actually, I'm adding 1 more momentum to the pool because one of my aspirations was defend an ally from a fight. So we
Oh.
have like 1
And, like,
more. So use as many as you want.
as you're gearing up to this, I'm going to touch your shoulder again, and like you feel like a cooling wave of magical water energy going over you, and you gain the refresh status. So you get
Excellent.
+1 enhancement to all actions for the next 3 actions.
And that stacks with the enhancement for momentum, correct?
Yeah, momentum enhances stacks.
All right, so I'm going to spend 2. for enhancements. So that's 3 with the refresh status. Oh, we like to see that. That's 2 4 hits. So 4 plus 3, that's 7 hits.
7 hits. Outland gets very much taken away at the moment. She is very taken aback by this, and she says,
Go on, get.
I am willing to negotiate here.
Oh, now you're willing to negotiate.
Oh, I was willing to negotiate before. I said we can spar. And she points to the chair.
I'll look over at Mirabelle and say, I think she wants to spar. Was there an overgrowth status effect in here too?
No, just outside.
Okay, beautiful. Because I was going to ask if I could knock it out with the extra 4 hits that I got.
Yeah, we'll say you can knock that one out as well.
Dope. Yeah, I'll say I think she wants to spar Mirabelle and just step out of the way.
I'll go out as I'm going. I'm like eyes dead on her. I'm like, did you spar with your best friend, the deer stealer?
Oh, that jerk. She attacked me. And then when I hit her back, we got into I'm sorry. How much do you know about demons?
I know you were summoned by her. I know that she hit you when you weren't as angry as she wanted you to be. Fess up. Tell me the whole truth.
Oh, I am so sorry that it seems you're all so confused. Please have some tea and sit down. I'll let me explain.
While they're having their little tete-a-tete, I'm going to spend an energy and cast shield on Mirabelle too.
That woman who attacked me was trying to negotiate a pact, but when I bested her, she just ran off.
Question for the story guide outside of the game.
Yes.
Are you telling me that characters, if they were so inclined, couldn't make a pact with a demon that was right in front of them?
Yes.
All right. Just had to check.
Just no reason. Just asking. Just ignore.
asking.
Just ignore us. Just
Yeah.
ignore us right now. Yeah.
So and this is why I ask if you wish to spar, because if you can show that you are capable of winning a battle of wits, then we can possibly come to an arrangement. And really, I just want to be here. I want to be where the people are. This place you call Gaia is just a wonderful area. It's so bleak to be out in the void. There's so many crazy demons in there that just want to kill little old me and my other like friends. Like we're not the toughest batch of
So
demons.
you're not good at hunting?
I mean, you're talking to someone who is very like sociable. Like I love parties. Look, like this is like a little party. You have tea here, I have tea here.
And
This
as
is
soon
what-
like she's not into hunting, Mirabelle's gonna be like, well, that was fun.
I just feel like also when she said Battle of Wits, Sybil just like took a step
Yeah,
back
back.
behind the mages,
I
and she
think-
was like, "All you know, kind of thing." But I'll lean into Elias and Zephyr and be like, "Well, you wanted to find out more about the blight. Why don't you just ask her?" And then I'll push her into the pit when you're done.
I think Mirabelle's gonna go back there and kind of like big you guys.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
got-
just like
got it.
step back
Yeah.
at the same time
I'll say
and redo the rank lines. Yeah.
I'll bow a little bit and extend my hand to offer Zephyr the floor.
I'll say, my dear, I understand that you so desire to stay here, but for all intents and purposes, the effect that you're having on this land this gate is having on the land is causing a lot of problems in the area. We can't just have you gunking up the place.
I mean, I if we make a deal, I'll happily go through the gate and close it. That's perfectly fine. You can summon me and bring me in here um as part of our negotiation. Like that's all part of the pact.
Right. I just wanted to make it clear that, how difficult you make this. And I'll just sort of like look behind me to the weapon wielding psychos, and leave the threat unspoken.
I mean, if you want to best me in combat, that also works too. I mean, but you seem like a very smart bunch. You came in without your weapons drawn, or at least not like you're allowing me to talk, which is quite polite of you. Thank you.
Okay. How's about this? Let us battle with on the ground of mystical riddles.
Oh, if you wish, let's have a riddle off, as it were. This is so exciting, and she applauds.
I'll like lean over and I'll be like, is this the one where one of them's always lying and the other tells the truth? Like to Mirabelle?
I think
Like,
this is the one where there's like two doors and you have to go in the one door. That's the other door of the first door.
oh no, the answer is always an old dude with a cane.
Yes!
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
We got it.
So
Yeah.
I would like to come up with just a really humdinger of a mystical, head
Okay.
scratcher to ask
Okay.
her.
This can be a work together action to create a riddle of the utmost difficulty.
I would like to contribute to this, but not necessarily in the riddle generation way. I have an idea that I would like to throw. Whilst Zephyr is concocting and delivering this riddle, this spider is presenting itself and conducting itself as in a feminine fashion, correct?
Yes.
I would like to not try to contribute to this riddle at all because I'm terrible at riddles. But what I would like to do is try to distract the spider with flirtatious smiles and a wink, and utilize my kill them with kindness feature, which allows me to purchase the shift attitude trick for one hit instead of two. Additionally, if I fail an influence roll, I can re-roll it once per session without even spending momentum. So I'm just going to try to be over here and be as suave and charming and distracting and flirty as I can be, and put this spider off her game. That's what I would like to contribute to the group effort.
Awesome. So as we'll keep that in mind with the killing them with kindness. I will say she should have done this earlier, and she apologizes for it. She's like, I'm sorry. My name is Lapis, and before we start, your names?
Is there like a danger in trading names with demons?
As far as I know, no.
Okay. I will say Zephyr. I am Zephyr.
Okay. And
And
show,
yeah, I mean,
Sybil will totally be superstitious and think there is. And I'll just be like, the wolf slayer, she'll just go with it. Yeah.
Madam Wolf Slayer.
I'm Elias, but you may certainly call me Charmed, dear.
Oh, you are so sweet. I just wrap you up and suck some poison in there and
Maybe
drain
not.
you dry.
We could. I think the leisure activity discussion could use some work, but I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah, we'd have a discussion about boundaries.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Our customs must seem so foreign to you.
I'm certain the inverse is true.
And you are the one person who hasn't said their name yet.
Not interested unless you can help me with hunting.
I mean, I can create some lovely netting for you.
Mirabelle is suddenly intrigued again.
Awesome.
Can't help me. Hold on.
Okay. As a teamwork action to get this going, you can. I'm just going to read off what the working together action is.
Okay.
Two or more characters want to work together. They can both take simple actions to accomplish their goals. Bonds with characters can add enhancement to these actions. So your character bonds that
Mhm.
you have on your character sheet between each and every one can assist as an enhancement. Each player uses their own skill plus attribute to form a dice pool. Each hit garnered goes towards overcoming the difficulty of the task, overcoming complications, and purchasing tricks. If they fail at the task or fail to overcome the complication, everyone involved in the teamwork action suffers the consequences. So everyone works together, and the character bond enhancement is added to the action. Though I will say, I think we do need to designate someone as the main roller, just so that we can say, and I think it would be Zephyr in this
Yeah, I
instance.
think
Well,
so.
it wouldn't. They wouldn't be like the main roller so much as like the focal point of
Yeah.
the bond, right? Because we're all rolling our own
Yeah.
stuff,
Exactly.
but it's all our bonds with Zephyr.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
That's what I meant.
Mhm.
Thank you.
No, cool. I just want to make sure I understood what you meant.
Yeah. I think you said it a lot better than I would say.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay, so everyone can roll a skill plus attribute that is appropriate. So, like, if this is a battle of wits. So I think intelligence, or there's not a wits, is there?
Would my shift attitude action fall under the purview of this because I am trying to do it as a distraction? I'm literally trying to like
Yeah,
run interference, basically.
I would give you a let's give an advantage from that.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Can we purchase the shift attitude? Because I feel like
Yeah, that
shift
gives enhancement.
attitudes is an enhancement.
Again, it gives advantage, I think. What it does.
So create your pools, and I will
Alright.
look up what influence does while you are all rolling it.
I'll hit her with intellect esoterica to come up with this humdinger.
I think I'm going to go presence persuasion, if that's all right.
Yeah, shift attitudes does grant +1 social advantage. So yeah. The difficulty of this task is 8.
All right, so on the roll for the riddle itself, with the advantage, I got 2. And I guess I'll tag my bond with Elias. I got a 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 hits.
I got 6 on my shift attitude action.
Okay. So 10 hits, and then is that plus the +2 for social advantage?
Yeah, that includes that.
Okay. And anyone else adding? Was that the 6 hits also add to that?
Well, mine, I mean, it depends on how you want to break it down. If you want to just pool it as 16 hits, what I'm doing is effectively establishing the social advantage, I guess.
Okay.
So I would say, depending on if you're willing to let me make a second shift in attitude with that many hits, it might add 2 more hits to Zephyr's roll.
So but I think we hit the difficulty
Yeah,
at this point.
Absolutely.
Yes. So Lapis. So you're doing a battle of wits. What's the riddle that you trip Lapis up with?
Oh, geez, I have to think of one.
I have one open if you want. I had one ready for if we actually did a riddle off. Uh, I'll yep.
How is 7 different from the rest of the numbers between 1 and 10?
Oh, oh. Is it because 7, 8, 9?
No. Is that your answer?
That I believe it was.
7 has 2 syllables, and the other numbers only have 1 syllable.
Rats. Good work. I am a demon of my word. You shall not be seeing me again until you summon me. Thank you. And she'll curtsy and bow, and she says, thank you so much. I really love the world that you've made for yourselves here. It is quite lovely.
Well, we may have need of your services one day, but for now, come on, get.
Yep.
I
Yep.
like-
No worries. Could
I
someone
like-
help me down? It's a little bit of a fall. Elias, would you be kind?
I'll extend a hand and
And she begins to sink into the portal, and she says, "Ta-ta." And with that, the portal closes.
then we all do jumping jacks as music plays. Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, bum, bum. However, to reiterate, Luvia did lie to you.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah, we should probably go deal with that, huh?
And you are in the middle of her cabin, as it were.
Yeah, let's
Let's burn it
talk
down.
this way.
Yeah.
No, let's not burn it down. Let's
I was gonna say investigate, but I mean, hey,
toss it for clues.
Why
yeah,
not both?
I mean,
Well, yeah.
as long
it's
as
been
we
purified.
order is important in those two things if we're going
Yeah.
to do both. Um,
Fair.
yeah, let's dig around.
Okay. Who would like to roll the investigation check here? And you can also use it as a teamwork action if you wish.
You should be good at stealing things.
I don't have that at all, so I'll just be here for moral support.
Could I use cunning esoterica to see, like, specifically, like, magically what's going on in this joint?
Yeah, sure. You can go for that. Cunning larceny would be good for like going through.
I'll do that. I got fairly decent cunning larceny. Apparently, I am quick-fingered.
Okay. Go for it.
Is this a teamwork thing, or are they just like we're each separately doing our own?
You can do separately now because there are different. There's different stuff you can find while you're. doing
Gotcha.
this.
I'll do cunning esoterica as well.
4 for me.
4
2.
for you. Okay. And
I got
for Elias.
I got 2, but if Zephyr and I are both using cunning esoterica, can we do it as a teamwork? Because then it would be 3.
Yeah, you can add an enhancement for
Cool.
So then I'm
But
adding
you're-
3 to
you're-
the pool and whatever Zephyr. got.
Yeah, I got 3 hits as well. So
Okay, so this is where looking around, you both find looking through each other, like hands touching as you're going over notes on the table. There are notes on there about curing the blight, causing it, and both, like just all of it. Like it seemed like Alluvia was doing a lot of research into the blight. There are 3 caches of the antitoxins that she had been using before, that she had given to you before. There was a little bit of a primer on Flagros Damon's motives that would have helped you in the negotiation process, but That's fine. And then where the gate had closed, you find an 8-spoked magic circle underneath it, drawn in charcoal. Which, if you wanted to open the gate again, you could probably figure out how to use to summon Lapis again.
Mm.
And then, or another demon, maybe.
It's written in charcoal.
Yeah.
Does she have
And
a
the-
large white or cream colored bed sheet?
Yes.
I would like to lay it out over the symbol and make a rubbing of it, basically.
Okay. You got it. And for Mirabelle, this is something that is of great concern that you find. There is a letter from a Khan addressed to Luvia and Bernard Mistborn, and it mentions an imminent invasion of Oridonia. It seems like the Oridonia is under threat from a Capernite invasion.
I'll get everyone's attention. Be like, hey, I found a thing.
That is intriguing. Can we? I just looked at the time. Can we take a 5 and then come back and address that intriguing problem?
We can take 5, though we don't have much left, as it were.
That's fine. I know we got some discussion to have and whatnot. So let's break for a moment. Give our audience a chance to run over and back at the gates over on BackerKit. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat again, though it is pinned. And just hold tight. We will be back momentarily. If you're watching this in VOD, fast forward to see our pretty faces. If you're watching it live, go back at the gates and then come back in a few minutes and we'll be here. Good night, everybody.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to twitch.tv/the Onyx Path. If you are just now joining us, the reason for the season, we are playing the At the Gates Ashcan edition, which is available in POD and PDF over at DriveThruRPG. I'm going to go ahead and throw the link to that in the chat right quick here. And if you check the pinned link in our chat, you'll also find the At the Gates backer kit. Currently crowdfunding on backer kit. We are at 890 backers right now. So we're about 10 shy of our backer goal to unlock our next stretch goal. But also we're just shy of 50 grand. So I believe that unlocks another stretch goal as well. So if you're watching this and you've been on the fence, head over there, check it out, back it. You know, as low as $5, I think, gets you access to the manuscript, and you can enjoy At the Gates as much as we are. Very much credit to our glorious story guide Corbin, and glorious story guide Corbin. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Travis. As we had left off, you had just created a pact with a demon. And it is the outland that was surrounding this area has been banished away, if maybe only for a temporary time period. But you have time to get a little bit of respite bit before you trace your steps back into the woods. Is there anything you want to do before you head off?
I mean, do we think that we've found everything that there is to find about?
Oh, totally.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just poring over those notes about the blight.
Does she have a cart?
She does not have a she has like a you have to like pull the cart type thing.
I mean,
but
that's
not like
that's fine.
So a wheelbarrow.
Fair enough.
like a wheelbarrow.
If only we had an apocalypse cloak.
Yeah, I know, right? You like this one?
An apocalypse cloak. What's that?
That is a reference to the Princess Bride.
Oh.
So I would like to put as much of the magical shit that we found in that wheelbarrow, as well as gently roll up the rubbing I made of the mystical symbol. Put that in there as well.
Okay.
You know, so that way we aren't leaving anything behind. If we have to stop and grab the wolves on the way, if that's actually fast enough. Like we obviously need to get back to town in a hurry. So if that means we have to skip picking up the wolves, I guess that's okay.
It was it is getting to be nightfall as you were traveling. It was already midday when you found the deer, and dusk when you arrived at the cabin. As you are traveling through the woods, it gets darker and darker, and you hear the echoes of wolves off in the distance. You trace your steps back to where Luvia and your deer were waiting in the woods, or at least she said she was heading back to town. The deer's carcass is left to the side, not at all anywhere closer than last you saw it, practically.
Truly evil. Just
There's no
just
talking.
100%. If we had like just evil.
Yeah.
Alignment.
We can negotiate with a literal demon from hell.
This
shit.
Yeah.
This one, no, we can't.
This shit will not stand.
No mercy.
You know?
No mercy.
Her notebook and a charcoal stick are at the base of the carcass. On the final page, she left a bloody fingerprint and a message. I stayed too long. The wind shifts suddenly from southward to northward, and smoke hits you before you notice a distant glow of a dry forest burning.
What?
We didn't start that fire.
That wasn't
It
us.
was always burning.
It wasn't that wasn't our bar's fire.
I
Our bar's fire.
I follow the
shout
edict.
this out, so the people know, like the squirrels know, the other deer know, that's what's happening.
I followed the edicts of Smokey the Bear. I covered in water. I started with a stick. It was fine.
How far away is that glow of forest fire?
It's very, like, it's off in the distance, but could definitely be.
Is it town? Is it one
Yeah.
of the areas circled on our map that we couldn't use?
I mean, it's
Is it
definitely
like Primo Deer Spot? Like that's what's on fire?
uh I mean it's a rat like all the primo deer spots appear to be encircling that like section like in the middle where the fire would
As if
be.
it's like the town that we left.
I mean,
Where my
that's a good
mentor is.
All right.
hypothesis.
Okay, here's the real question. Can we fast travel to town right now?
Right. Yeah. They're
Sorry, there are enemies nearby.
Oh no!
If you would wish to investigate the area, you can roll a survival or enigmas check nearby. Difficulty 0, but every
I mean-
hit you get gives you a little bit of information.
you all investigate. I'm gonna go. Like, is that fire close enough that I think I can run to it?
So the fire is like literally all of the forest at this point. So like you have to travel through there to get to the town, essentially.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I have 3 energy left, right? I'm gonna spend one. I'm gonna go over that fire. I'm gonna end the burning condition.
I think whoever wrote this adventure was not expecting that to be used this way. But we shall do it.
Well, I mean, the way you're describing it, the fire is like all around, so you could
Yeah.
probably get like a portion of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you could have it.
get
I mean,
one
if we
1 acre of it, let's say.
if we want to go theme wise, I will empower that burning condition spell to be like extra better. So
I also have water attack, so I can
and
Yeah.
house areas.
mine's iconic, but I still got 3 energy left, so I can.
Okay.
I can pop at least 3.
Yeah.
I probably can't stop the
Oh.
entire forest fire,
Mhm.
but I can certainly, you know.
Okay, well, there is actually a difficulty for trying to use a teamwork action to remove the fire. So we'll add it
Okay.
all in there.
All right.
So roll up your intellect plus esoterica, and whoever's trying to douse the fire
Yeah.
can help out as well.
Yeah,
Can I-
I'll make my magic attack with my water spell.
Can I give Elias some like jerky or something and use my comfort food ability?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Nice. What does that do?
Makes you feel happy and also gives you 1 enhancement on your next action.
Okay, so, and what does your empower effect do?
gain +1 advantage on the next action the character takes. And you choose 1 speed, power, social, or mental.
I guess this
So I
would
give
be a
a
power
+3.
advantage, right?
Yeah.
And then do I also get my get enhancement equal to the bonds of the people I am? Hey, kitty, stream kitty. Do I get enhancement equal to the bonds of the people that are helping me?
I don't believe so. I don't think that enhancement stacks. So
Okay.
it would either be 3 or whichever is better.
Well, I don't think that enhancement stacks on its own, but advantage enhancement stacks, and I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Stacks.
Advantage and momentum status stack.
Oh yeah, so the enhancement from what was it, comfort food was
Yeah.
1.
That's that.
And if you're using the enhancement from your
It'd be the higher of the 2
Your-
bonds, right?
yeah, it would higher of the 2 bonds,
So
so
that's Mirabelle, so that's 2. So
and then you would get the +2 enhancement.
So 5
from
enhancement on
the
this roll.
advantage. Yeah.
All right. I can do it. It's intellect esoterica.
Yeah.
Watch me just screw this whole thing up.
Mhm.
You can only screw it up if it's a 0.
Well, now that you've said that. Nope, that's 3 with 5, so it's 8 hit.
Yeah.
And I
So-
got 4 on my basic magic attack with water.
You managed to douse the flames. It did. You do see that several people, including the mayor, are like safe and sound, like huddled behind a rock, and they're applauding you for saving them. The area is completely decimated, though. The town itself is just completely gone. The village destroyed. There are still things littered around the area. You have Lu- Luvia has left behind everything she owned, aside from her clothes that she was wearing. Her crossbow is there, which, if you take it, would give you a benefit. A cloak is left behind that is magical, that is soul touch tag, as well as the light and padded tags.
Well, I'm grabbing that
Um,
cloak.
It appears based on the note that Mirabelle found, Luvia was probably some sort of agent of the encroaching invasion. Maybe her work with creating the gate was part of some sort of mission to take out the initial forces of your countrymen, your or Oridonian militia. All that is left to the dust, though, as we end the session and the scene.
I would like to, just before we fade out, I would like to walk over to the mayor and be like, listen, I know it looks bad, but I see this as an absolute win.
The mayor looks over to the deer and says, well, at least it wasn't a total loss.
So, and I say, Maribel, let's go.
Let's
And
go.
like we create like a fire pit,
Yeah, let's get
maybe
like
with
nice.
some still burning forest, and we get the deer on the spit.
Get it going. We need some food right now. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Just dig a hole around that tree. That's fine.
We got we got like the fire pit. Yeah, we got it going on. And so like I was like, we will have this party, kind of thing.
Now I've heard an ancient prophecy in which you need to locate the 7 elderly grandmothers to create the elderly grandmother sword.
All right, let's
It's
get
just
these.
it's just knitted. It's just a sword that's like knitted.
All right, let's get these grannies. Come on.
Yeah.
And thank you all for this wonderful game. I have to say, this has made me really happy that I backed this game.
Yeah, this is great.
God, I'm glad. I'm happy you backed it too, and everybody else should go back it. In fact, I will throw the link in the chat one more time as we prepare to say our goodbyes.
Yes. I will, just to put out a little bit of a plug, because Travis is here. Travis and I worked on a project for Trinity Continuum Assassins. It's a StoryPath Nexus community project called The Bloody Burrows, which I will drop a link in here.
Oh, please do, because I straight up forgot to mention that. Thank you, Corbin.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice.
ABC, man, always be always be closing, always be selling, I guess. ABS.
I bought it earlier and I immediately found something that I'm going to be using.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
Can I get like just a little bit of a teaser of what that was?
That was the Primoris wing of the Rikers area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work it into Aeon somehow. 'Cause-
It's awesome.
I that is awesome. Thank you for that. And
well, I'm a big Give a Small fanboy, so.
And I'll pop that link in there. I'm the Awkward GM Corbin. You can find me on YouTube at the Awkward GM Corbin. Something good is going to be coming up soon for that channel, so stay tuned for that. And we'll start in the reverse order. Jenna, go right ahead.
Hey, it's me, Jenna. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed my antics. I write for Mage sometimes on the Storyteller's Vault. You can find my adventures, Lessons for a Young Mage, Adventure to Hollow Earth, and I wrote one of the chapters in Dead Ends, if you're interested in that. On the flip side, if you like cats, like the chunky one that you saw with me on stream tonight, I also have an Instagram called Real House Cats of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh spelled PGH because that's how we do it. And so if you want to check those out for Ian's daily dose of chunky cat drama, go ahead, try it. You'll like it. Thanks again for having me, and I'll pass it to Jazz.
Yeah, thank you once again to repeat. Thank you all for watching. This was super fun. I do wish I made a pact or just summoned a random demon because I am not going to forgive. I don't even know her name, Luvio. Like I will be like asleep tonight, just wake up. Luvio, should have got you. But yes, it was so fun. Do I do things? I story guide things sometimes, particularly Scion. I love Scion. That's just like my personal thing, but there's like Onyx Path in general. Like I've never had a bad time playing a game here. So thank you all for having me. Speaking of which, I will pass it on to Travis, the one who hooks me into this universe.
That is very, very sweet of you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you had a great time, and I'm always glad to have you here. So thank you for joining us, Chaz. Super cool of you to be here. I'm Travis. My pronouns are he, they. When I'm not playing in games or running them here on the channel, I write them. And since I rarely ever do this, but today, since Corbin already promoted the Bloody Burrows, which I absolutely concur you should go pick up, I'm going to do a little bit of non-tabletop related self-promotion in that At the Gates is, as we all know, a Japanese RPG inspired game. I actually just released a JRPG myself over on Steam called Chainmail Bikini. The basic premise is it's like if you like playing, these style of games, but you don't want to spend 60 hours on it, Chainmail Bikini is a game for you. It's about 4 hours of gameplay and it's a fun little time. So go check that out if you would be so kind. And once again, thank you so much for sitting in the big chair. I greatly appreciate it, Corbin. I love any opportunity I get to come and be a player. So thank you for that.
You're an awesome player. And I think we
Thanks,
still
that's
have Scott left to
That is true. We do.
sign off.
Hi. My name is Scott. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me at Simulacra TV on Twitch and YouTube. I'm currently broadcasting my Trinity Continuum Aeon actual play on the Onyx Path channel. It's at Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern. You can also book me as a storyteller story guide on Start Playing Games. Please do that. Sick cats are expensive.
Yes, they are. And
Indeed.
just to plug it because it's coming up next month, we do have the Onyx PathCon coming up June 14th to the 16th. And I am really excited for this one. Check out the schedule's already up on you can find it, I think, on the Monday meeting notes and stuff like that, and the Discord.
And I don't recall if the full schedule got, like, I know the panel schedule got posted. I don't remember if all the actual plays got, but there's actual plays on several channels, including Scott's channel over at Simulacra TV, Dorktales, who will be probably raiding on our way out the door here, Plastic Age Plays, which is my channel, and Rolling Nomads will all be having actual plays throughout the weekend as well.
Really great.
It is awesome. And
Fun
I
time.
think that's everything. Thank you all for watching, and we'll raid out.
Excellent. I'm going to get our raid going, and then I will say my goodbyes. So, bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Get your shots. See you again real soon.
Bye.